One of the most important ways that EnlightenAI can support schools and districts is by helping them turn their student writing into actionable data. For example, if we create an assignment and have multiple teachers assign that work to students, we can immediately click in and start to see writing trends across multiple teachers. This is a really impactful way for a school to understand how writing is progressing. For example, on a given assignment, I might have multiple classrooms worth of data where students have submitted, and I can see across that whole group what is the rubric score average, what are the rubric score distributions. I can look at curriculum-based measurements like average words correct, average correct sequences, and of course, I can come down and see all of the data, all of the responses, areas of strength, and areas of growth for each individual student. I can also click over and see trends and insights. As an administrator, this allows me to get a great sense of the overall strengths and growth areas across a given cohort of students. At any time, I can also click over here and maybe filter these results by student demographics, by different teachers, by courses, or by grade level to slice and dice the data however I might need to. This is a really impactful way for you to see longitudinal data across multiple classes. But if we want to look at this data across time as well, we can start to string these different assignments together to get a sense of how our student writing is growing over the course of the year. So I'll come to this growth section here, and then I'm going to grab different assignments and start to look at them as a trend. So I see I have these different assignments that are all aligned to the Texas STAAR rubric. So I'm going to click and add a few assignments to my list. And maybe with these 4 here, I want to make sure, are they actually aligned? Do they have the same rubric? Are we measuring apples to apples? So I can scroll through and make sure, yes, we're using the same rubric on each one. If I need to reorder the rubrics, I can. And EnlightenAI will automatically put them in chronological order and allow me to analyze the trends across all 4 assignments. Again, we'll be able to see these top-level trends being created, and I'll be able to see proficiency metrics where I get to define what proficient is on each rubric section. I can also come down and look at score distributions, performance over time, that same CBM data, and the assignment sequence details. Again, you can always filter here across your district, across different schools, teachers, grade levels, and demographics. So there's a lot of different ways that you can slice and dice this data to get a really strong sense of how student writing is improving over time. Our goal is to enable each teacher with individual class level trends, each school with school level data, and a district with a snapshot across how all students are performing across the entire year. We can help you create these longitudinal practice assignments we can help you create sets of practice assignments aligned to your state exams, the ACT, AP tests, whatever content you want, so that you can measure growth and always give students high quality feedback in a timely way.